the downsides. I arrived last night. The place looks like a dump or a storage unit with things not arranged. Mostly just stuff that's been kept for use, from building material to cleaning supplies. Other stuff kept in the two metallic boxes. More stuff in there. I haven't uncovered the place that was covered up because of dust. Because nobody's been staying here. There's been nobody here for months. Still covered up. Just opened the place to air it out. I still like having my big bed, even though the room is small. It's taken up more than half the room, probably 3/4 of the room. Things are still covered. Oh, this will be my new bedroom, or rather this will be my room for the next, I don't know how long, but I'll be here a while. But this is my room. Closet, that's all I have to work with. It's not a walk-in, but gives me just enough space to walk through when the cabinet is not open or the closet is not open. That's the bathroom. I'll show that to you later. And this will be my living room. So I'll be working on clearing the place up to make it livable. But this is what I'm starting with. I just turned on the fridge. It was covered. There's nothing in there for now. Just turned it on. Just gotten myself just milk and juice. Nothing. Well, we'll transform this place to a livable home in the next few days. That includes the bathroom. Transform it a little bit. Okay, so we'll see where we get to after the transformation. The cleaning process has begun. It still doesn't look like much, but we've started with dusting. There's too much dust. Layers and layers of dust from months and months of the place being vacant. So all the curtains are out. We'll clean the windows later. All curtains are out. We've reduced the dust from the shelves and the windows. The shoe rack was very dusty. We had to clean it some more, but It's a work in progress. So step 1, dusting. The cleaning of the curtains and the covers begins. Oh well, doesn't look like much, but it's starting to come together. Curtains are clean. Yeah, the stuff hasn't moved an inch, but I've worked a little bit on my room. There's no more dust up there. Everything was brought down, dusted before it was put back. My bed is yet to be fully made. It's very hot and dusty. The shoe rack still covered by the net, but the net has been washed. The curtain was washed. Everything in there has been removed and dusted and put back. We'll work on it later. Same as this place over here. Everything was brought down, dusted. We just need to move to the arranging phase, where we get to arrange everything. But first things first, get the stuff clean and dust free. Curtain looks great. It was brown up there, completely brown with layers of dust. Yeah, so a little bit at a time. I would have done more, but the dust seems to have gotten me sick already. But we'll work slowly. We'll transform this tomorrow. At least start the transformation. It may not be completed, but we'll start it tomorrow. In case anybody's wondering what's all this stuff that looks like crap around, this one is usually mainly stuff for house renovations and repairs. This is electrical stuff, mostly lighting. We do have cleaners. These boxes have water pumps and water pressure pumps. Some plumbing stuff over there. More plumbing stuff and electrical stuff. Up there, I may have maybe mixers, faucet mixers or tap mixers. I do have lighting too. The big box probably has a chandelier. It doesn't have that light anymore, but there may be a small chandelier in there and some like side lamps. And in there, in the boxes there, I may have some clothes and some kitchen utensils and stuff. Okay, once everything gets to its place, I will have my living room back. So we're getting there slowly by slowly. There is a method to the madness, and the madness will reduce slowly. The cleaning is now about 80% done. I did have some help doing this, but I finally have my living space available for usage. I can now move freely in my living room. This is the size of my current living room. The blue drum there is yet to be emptied, so it still has some stuff that has to be stored away, so it will stay there for a little while. My drinking water, I'm going to attach the pump to it. I do have my one chair here, my one extra chair, so I can entertain one guest. That's my chair and my end table that I use for either a cup or a plate if I'm eating something or a snack. So that's my guest chair. I can entertain one guest. If I have more than one guest, oh well, we'll figure it out. My construction supply has now been sorted and arranged. It looks a little bit better. It's easier to find something. Our top shelf is for the electricals, from lighting. It's mostly lighting actually, different kinds of bulbs to fit different places, indoor, outdoor, LED, different kind of lighting and lighting accessories, electrical accessories actually. The box up there doesn't have a toilet in it. It does have some clothes that I have for donation, so I will be taking them somewhere for donation, somewhere in the village for donation. The second shelf has mostly plumbing stuff, anything to do with plumbing, including bathroom fittings. We also have kitchen mixers, different kinds of taps, faucets. These are just hinges. So the other stuff is bathroom fittings, like soap dish, bathroom, towel rings, stuff like that. This is just a shower arm. So different things for the bathroom. The other two boxes, they do have some lighting. And the bottom shelf has miscellaneous loose stuff that we use for repairs and maintenance. So a mixture of different things in there. We do have one broken one, but we use it for spares when we need a spare part of a certain tap or faucet. This little section, I put a few personal items. I do have my mangoes. I was feeling mango-ish. I do have some mangoes there. And then my cleaning supplies. Cleaning supplies including, pegs and stuff. My refrigerator is still empty, of course. I haven't done anything. Freezer still empty. Fridge, just milk, 2 packets of milk, 1 juice. I did add a lime ginger juice to help with my sore throat. That's what I've been taking here. It's very limey. I'll look for some honey to add to it so that, it's palatable. Then that's the bathroom. When I downsized, one of the essentials for me is to have a shower. And since it gets cold here a lot, I have to have a warm shower. Regardless of the downsizing, gotta have a shower. And because it's cold, gotta have a cold shower. So this is the entire bathroom. There's a toilet behind the shower. So I use the shower curtain so that I don't get the toilet wet. This house is really old, but it functions well for me. Has everything I need. And then this way to my bedroom. I'm yet to put my comforter or bed cover, but it has been very, very hot. So, and because I was cleaning, I was just putting a little cover to protect my bed sheets from the dust. I just removed it just now. But at least the cleaning has been done. A little bit of arranging. It's starting to look like somebody lives here. And today I will finally get to unpack. They had lost some of my luggage, or rather it was delayed. So I finally got all my luggage. Thank you, KLM. Otherwise, I'd be suffering here trying to follow up with luggage, but the luggage is all here now. I'll finally get to unpack. I did have my carry-on with me, so I'd gotten here with it already. I left the windows open. I left the shears down just for privacy. My shoe rack, I tend to cover the shoe rack with the net, even though it doesn't protect it much from dust, but it is something. So I'm yet to do a little bit of arranging, some more arranging and changing things here and there so that it can look a lot nicer than it does right now. But as for now, the most important thing was to get rid of the dust so I can sleep comfortable. I can sleep comfortably in here. Now one may wonder, why do I have a huge bed and my room is very small? That's one thing I did not compromise on, in as much as my room is very tiny. Still went with a big bed. This is a 6x6. Well, as long as I'm able to move around. Okay, I can't move when my cabinet is open, when my closet is open, but when it's closed, I can still move back and forth comfortably. Can go to the side here, to the side there. So it's functional. What else do I need? Bedroom is for sleeping, so I get to sleep. That's all I need. Okay, so far so good. The house is 2-roomed with a bathroom. So just the living room, the bedroom, and the bathroom. So it's good enough. I don't get to do much. I don't have a lot of visitors, so it works just fine. We'll do the final look after everything is done, or at least after I get to like 95%. As of now, as for now, let me start unpacking. Later.